If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture on intermediate level where we will be starting trigonometry part 3, which is nothing but properties of triangle. So basic thing we have already seen in the basic module and the basic lecture. I think you have all seen that one. So in that intermediate and advanced level we will extend it little further and we will see some more formulas, because this chapter is totally based on lots of formulas. So we will see Napier analogy and tangent rule, that is half angle rule, and some of the special points of triangle, orthocenter, circumcenter, incenter, some properties of that one. Okay, then let's discuss this one. Let's start that trigonometry part 3 for intermediate and advanced level. I hope all of you has gone through, seen the videos, lectures on basic level where we have discussed all these things. So we will extend that formulas a little bit. Up to this much was for basic level, so we are extending it. So you have seen sine law, cosine law. So you might be thinking why there is no tangent law. So that's why it is tangent rule is coming here. So again, I am not going for the proofs. This can be, all things can be proved easily, and you will see while solving problem also we will be applying this one. We will see the applications. That is also known as Napier's analogy, and which is known as tangent rule. So you remember this one, tan b minus c by 2 is b minus c by b plus c cot, relation between tan and cot. So there is a symmetry also. If you see one or two times, if you write it, it will be easy. It is nothing so tough to remember, because there are lots of symmetries are there. Half angle theorems, this also comes. So sin a by 2, sin b by 2, this also can be proved using this one only. From here also you can prove, from here also you can prove. Sin a, you can write, from here also you can write cos a what you can write, 2 cos square, cos 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square a by 2. From that you can find sin a by 2. You apply that one, you will find this one. Similarly, so cos b by 2, cos c by 2. You can see there is again a symmetry is there. So once you know one, then you can write b by 2, c by 2. Just you remember the format for sine. What will be the format for sine? What will be the format for cos? Tan will be sine by cos only. So this is half angle theorems. Now some extra formulas. This one, r is equal to 4r sin a by 2 sin b by 2 to sin cos by 2. That is small r. So this is the small r. Delta by s. That also can be proved by putting delta and s values and using these analogies there, because in delta you can easily put all these values. So if you put it, you will write, it will be like this. So from here, a note here you have to remember. This is a very interesting note. If ABC all are 60 degrees, that means we are talking about equilateral triangle. Then how it will be? This is the only relation between in radius and circumradius. That's why it is important. In radius and circumradius, a relation between these two. If you need to find the relation between what will be in radius and circumradius, then this is the only way. So ABC is the 60 degree, it is equilateral triangle. So what will be sin 30, sin 30, sin 30? So it will be for half, sin 30 is half. So this becomes half. So in radius becomes half of x radius, or external radius, circumradius, that is capital R, becomes 2 into in radius. That is for equilateral triangle. In general, your in radius will be always smaller than your circumradius, so it will be less than half. In general it is less than half. Maximum it can go up to equal, up to 2 times of this one, half of that one. That is x circumradius. That is in that too in case of equilateral triangle. So this note you remember. Now this is the formula for what? X circle. You see, I have seen 3 x circle in the basic level. We discuss R1, R2, R3. What is the meaning of these 3? So what is the smaller? Delta by s. So what will be R1? Delta by s minus a. You remember one was opposite to angle A, so you can remember that way. R2 was opposite to angle B, R3 was opposite to angles. Small r was delta by s, small r was delta by s. So this is delta by s. So small r1 will be also delta by s, but because it is opposite to A, you remember it like this. You can remember it. Similarly, R2 s minus B, R3 s minus C. Again, this R1 can also be related with same way with your x circumradius, x radius, x circle radius will be is related to circumradius in this way. Here it is not all sine, because it is internal bisector, and in case of cos it becomes, what is R1? R1 is internal bisector of A and external bisector of BC. So internal bisector of A, that remains same, and rest are external bisector. That's why you can think of they are of cos. Similarly, R2 will be equal to 4R. Internal bisector of B, it will be sine, and rest will be cos. R3, it will be sine, this will be cos. I have not written here. I think you can visualize it. There is a symmetry. Distance between special points. There are 4 special points in a triangle. Orthocenter. What is the orthocenter? Where all perpendicular meet. Centroid. You have already studied in class 10. Where all the medians meet. S is the circumcenter. Just now you have seen. In the basic level you have seen. I is the incenter. Inside you draw a circle. It will touch all the sides. Circumcenter. You draw a circle. It will touch all the vertices. Okay. So there is a relation between. What is the distance between orthocenter and circumcenter? HS. What is the relation between incenter and circumcenter? And what is the relation between orthocenter and incenter? So these 3 formula, if you can remember, that will be good for you. Distance between H and S. This is the formula for circumcenter. Distance between orthocenter and circumcenter. Distance between incenter and circumcenter. This is the formula. And this is between orthocenter and incenter. This is the formula. Remember all these formulas. And one more thing, this is a very again a good analogy. HGS in short form we remember it in Hindi. Ho gaya shuru we say. That means it is already started. So ho gaya shuru. Ho gaya shuru. HGS. These are always collinear. Ho gaya shuru. We remember it that way also. So they are collinear. And G, you know, centroid always divide median into 2:1 ratio. Here also it divides 2:1 ratio. So once you know HS formula, you know the distance HS. So now you can easily find distance between HG and GS using 2:1 ratio. So that's why if 3 formulas are known, then you can find distance between any 2. Okay, that's all in theories for intermediate and advanced level in trigonometry part 3, that is properties of triangle, mostly formula based. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.